Generals, gentlemen.
Hello and welcome to Company of Heroes 2. I am Oni's Machine.
And I am Archon Hawk.
And together we are the shoutcasting gentlemen, also known as the Generals gentlemen.
Hoorah.
What the hell was that noise you made?
It was a whoop whoop.
Okay.
We're in Company of Heroes 2 and that's friggin' awesome.
Is it?
Yeah, we love Company of Heroes 2, guys.
It's a fantastic game. It's a game and it's fantastic. Therefore, it's a fantastic game.
Indeed, right. And we just see two Pyro Swords coming out from Hanla.
Hanla as our heroic, majestic Wehrmacht player on the left of Kolodny Winter. Everyone's favorite map. It has been since the beginning of time.
Absolutely fantastic. We also have Sargasa as the
triumphant Soviet. You gotta throw an adjective just to
Why
build
not?
the narrative.
Why not throw an adjective?
Build a personification of these very, very talented individuals.
Big word.
So we have Sargasa going for his fuel very, very fast. I think it's very important. And personally, myself, I always get this fuel. This fuel is basically so important because I think, like, if you can get the fuel and the garrison, you're gonna have a very good time. You're going to have a good time.
That garrison is just awesome. Like, taking that, you can just hold against like pretty much anything. If the conscripts come straight for you, you are gonna be fine.
Yeah, because you could say the same about this fuel point. It's like, oh, hold the fuel and you're fine. But this fuel point, it's so easy to cut off with either this point or this point. You can actually cut it off really easily. But this fuel point here is actually very difficult to cut off because there's not one, but like two if they have the munitions point as well. So it's very hard to cut off. And there's a munitions point, and the cutoffs are close to their base, whereas this cutoff is actually quite far away from their base. So I don't prioritize this fuel very much because it is very easy to lose. There is the first engage though. The conscripts and the grenadiers actually both by heavy cover. One of the conscripts did actually get a kill though, so it looks like they will win this engagement.
Yes, indeed. Fair bit of capping straight through the middle of the conscripts. Fairly standard move, taking a fair bit of map domination there at the start. We just see the second conscripts got to move up, and they've actually done a fair bit of damage to those Grens. Looks like they're going to move behind heavy cover, behind both squads.
It's a nice flank there, but still very risky. And he actually may even lose their squad this early into the game, but the conscripts are backing off.
Okay.
Bad timing there, Sargasa, but alas, not to matter. Pioneers are engaging these combat engineers, will prevent the cap, but probably won't matter because they will take the garrison, and therefore the victory is at hand. So basically, what builds are we seeing from Hanla here?
Looks like we have, what is that? Just, I don't know what he's building. Could we click on the...
Oh, it says there.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yes. Gren Squad coming out. Another second Gren Squad coming out. Fairly standard. We do already have an early MG coming out from him. So it looks like it's going to pin down those conscripts capping the central point.
Fantastic. Basically, I think the problem we have here from Hanla is he actually went for the double pyros, which, given that Kolodny is such a small map, I think it really limits your map control early game, because sure, you can cap, but you can't hold the points, because Pioneers aren't very good in combat. Oh, nice Molotov there on the MG, may force the retreat, if not the kill. There goes, only one squad member left. There we go, fantastic work. Keep it up, Sargasa. Get the garrison as well. You're going to have a very good time.
Fantastic work.
Excellent
work. The garrison that's going to help hold off those Grens moving down the centre.
But speaking of cutoffs, look at this beautiful cutoff here by Hanla, denying not only the fuel point, but also the two strategic points as well. And that will definitely lower his income. Because that's, other way around. My bad. That's actually Sargasa decapping Hanla's cutoff there.
Yeah, excellent work there. It's going to deny that fuel that he managed to grab at the start. So Sargasa is actually going to be a fair bit ahead on fuel just to start off this match.
Yeah, because for the meantime, we only have Hanla actually getting these two strategic points, while Sargasa has the entire top and the bottom, which is cut off. So it looks as though Sargasa is actually getting the early lead for the meantime, at least in terms of territory and therefore resources.
Indeed, we do see the conscripts, of course, moving up through the top now. Gonna, two squads of conscripts moving through the top. He's really going ham after all the points on the map. Taking early control is very Soviet-like.
It's a very nice decap there. It's so easy for Soviets to run around decapping, because they can, because typically they'll have more squads in the field, and then their squads are a lot more mobile with the lack of MGs, the fact that combat engineers can actually win engagements against Pioneers. Most of the time, we do actually have a tier 2 in our weapon support center going down from Sargasa. Just kidding, because weapon support center is American, and we are in fact Soviets. So instead we have a support weapon, Compania. Whatever that word
Whatever
is.
that word happens
Yeah.
to be. Yeah, it's the conscripts are going to go fairly well. We see the Urang to cover now, just until
A
the
very obvious
yeah.
Molotov.
Yeah.
The most obvious Molotov in the
the
entire
world.
history of Company Heroes
Oh,
2.
we stopped. Why we're stopping?
I wonder why they're stopping. Get the hell out of there. Nice work there. Because now Hanla is behind cover.
Good job there.
I think he's got this. That's a very nice engagement
Good
there.
dive.
Conscripts are just walking past double Pyos. Pyos at that close range and neg cover on the Conscripts will probably spill their defeat by the looks of it.
Yeah, no flame upgrade though on those on the Pyos. It looks like they will go fine still though against.
Doesn't even matter, Biggie.
Conscripts, yeah.
You don't want to walk into to Pioneers, especially not in neg cover. So it looks as though Hanla is slowly pushing back from the territory, but nice garrison there from Sargasa will at least get him to hold that fuel point for the while.
Yeah, even without those MG42 upgrades, the Grens are doing quite well against the conscripts. They're really good. He's really starting to force back Sargasa.
Yeah, and so what tech do we have thus far? Do we have tier 2 from Hanla? Let's have a look now. Yeah, tier 1 rather, I mean, sorry, yeah. So we have tier 1. But the question is, will he actually go tier 1, or will he skip it directly to tier 3 to try and get tier 2, to try and get some fast tanks, that sort of thing. Actually, a mortar team, interesting choice there, probably to deal with that garrison. It's a very strong garrison. Basically, rifle grenades are just simply not good against garrisons.
Yeah, especially at that big of a building, the diff squad is actually spread out, so the rifle grenades are doing less.
Yeah, if it was a garrison like this,
Yeah.
or like that, it would basically get destroyed by that rifle grenade, but alas, no one really garrisons those buildings because it's pretty pointless.
We do have an MG coming out though from Hanla, going to force off the Pyos and any reinforcing squads that are trying to help hold that garrison.
Yeah, because the garrison is doing a fair bit of damage
Oh,
against the grenade.
and by the way, guys, this is an absolutely fantastic MG placement. It's just
Oh,
like
look
it's
at
pretty much
that.
the best place to put an MG. If you see that radius there, it's super hard to flame.
Yeah, it can still leave him vulnerable from his side, but more than likely, some of the squad will actually like walk past the cone by accident. So it's actually quite a nice placement there. And we do have a Maxim MG on the field from Sargasa. A good move there to deal with a lot of grenadiers. Maxims are fantastic. But there is the mortar team now, and that will shell away at this garrison. Force the retreat.
Yeah, forcing the conscript squads to get the hell out of there. Did not want to stick around for mortars, especially with that many
Can you
grand
imagine if a
squads.
mortar shell hit right there?
That'd be pretty
That would be
amazing.
beautiful.
Haha.
But basically, it looks as though Hanla is now pushing back, which is nice to see, but still some nice decapping there. It's actually a very good move by Sargasa. The mortar shells were landing on him. He was forcing the retreat, but he didn't retreat. He evac and decapped. It's a very nice move.
He's really taking control of that top fuel point. It looks like with the Grens, because oh no, maybe not. He's get down the bottom. He's getting forced off by conscripts. So I was going to say he could have capped that bottom fuel point as well.
Sending 3 grenadiers to deal with 1 conscript, probably overcommitting, but that's okay because we have tier 2. Fantastic. Tier 2 probably want to get some kind of AT soon. Does actually have 185 munitions. That's a lot of munitions. But meanwhile, this squad is actually in a pretty bad position, but the Molotov doing quite a fair bit of damage. He may even lose the squad, running past 3 squads of grenadiers. Never a good position to be in.
And
There
doesn't
goes
take
the
the
conscript squad.
Unfortunate there for Sargasa. Did not want to lose squads at any point in the game.
Yeah, that's right. Basically, as I was saying, 200 munitions. He could get a flame half-track. He could get MGs. He could get G43s, but no, not because he went to Doctrine that doesn't get G43s. He could get basically anything.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'd be interested to see what he is actually going for. I don't think any of the
Even
three.
flames?
Yeah, none of the 3 Grand Squads actually have the MG upgrade yet, which is pretty surprising, really. I mean, that could really help him dealing with these conscripts.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. Basically, like, I think for a German player to have that much munitions banked up is a very bad thing. For Soviet, like, it's fine, because Soviet, like, always banks, munitions, because it's actually quite hard for them to spend, because all they really have is, like, mines and Molotovs and flamers.
Yeah, and it's really nice for barrage abilities as well. For
Oh,
the
it's
18.
definitely
like
nice.
later on, you really want to like save up for that. I mean, you want to have that barrage available, especially against like MGs and things like that.
Yeah. But this is probably the best way to burn munitions in Soviet, I find. Basically, he doesn't even have a field bunker. What's going on, Hanla? He definitely needs one of those medic bunkers, sorry, to repair the guns, because some of them are sending out less than half HP.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely good to see. We do see an AT.
Oh,
AT gun
there
coming
goes
out.
the garrison.
Garrison is down.
And there was a squad in there. That was a
think there
conscript
was.
squad. The mortar teams actually destroyed that garrison, so nice move there. The Maxim, though, will get a full firing arch on all 3 of these Gren squads. And actually, an MG42 upgrade. Nice to see.
MG is moving up now. Looks like he will manage to set up in time. Setting up now. Yeah, starting to pin those squads. It'll be interesting to see the micro see if we can pin all of the squads. But There are a lot of squads there.
Maxims usually set up in time. It's like, we'll get set up in time, and it's like, dude, it's a Maxim.
Yeah, it's pretty
Maxims
quick.
can always set up in time. Unlike MG42s, but actually taking quite a fair bit of damage head on. There's just so many Grens that they're actually doing a lot of damage. Often they may even kill. So if there's another one, it might even get the squad there. Maxim will retreat though.
Yeah.
Pushing along a dead crew with him. Basically like a medic trying to get his buddy back to his base and issue heals, I would say, of some kind. That was a joke. Laugh, please. Basically, look, we finally have the field medics bunker at least. That's nice to see. The Grenadiers are so weak. But he still has 160 munitions.
Sargasa is taking like solid control of this map, and I mean he's denying munitions points as well. Not that it really matters. I mean, Hanla is not spending the munitions at the time.
That is correct, and we do have a T-70 on the field.
My favourite unit in the game.
Fantastic. A T-70 is going to be very effective against Hanla because he's pretty far pushed back, and he only has tier 2. And T-70s are just, they're so strong against tier 1 and 2. They don't really have a reliable counter in tier 2.
Even in AT guns are only average really against them. It's pretty hard to lock down a T-70 with an AT. Even if you have a couple of them, it's extremely difficult.
Yeah, because of how fast T-70s are. And I think it takes, I believe it's 3 shots to kill a T-70 with a pack. And like, they can just flank and they can just do so much damage to AT guns. And look at this, he's just sniping down these grenadiers. It's fantastic. T-70 is so good. 3 kills already. And even the shock troopers as well. That's going to destroy all these conscripts. The grenadiers, sorry. And even like AT guns, shock troopers are the perfect unit of choice against AT guns. So I think this is going to be a crushing blow here for Hanla, both T-70s and shock troops on the field. No, he lost to MG for the Grenadier squad.
Not good. Yeah, with the sheer amount of infantry that Hanla actually has on the field, especially due to the fact he doesn't have any tanks on the field, he could. Sargasa was able to go for that. The shock trooper Doctrine, and now let's see, even with that AT gun there, wasn't actually able to land any shots. Just going to move in and take care of that.
I'm surprised he didn't circle strafe it. There wasn't any Grenadiers nearby to Faust it. The combat engineers are definitely going to deny those pioneers their capping. So it's actually looking very nice here for Sargasa, having basically everything he needs and some fuel banked up with a lot of income coming in. He might even go fortify a fuel point just to get out his ISU or SU-85 a little bit faster.
Yeah, is Hanla still fighting full? We'll just have a look. I don't know whether he's gone for any munitions. He has actually used some of his munitions
he's got a couple of MG42s. He did lose one of them though, unfortunately. But he has 135 fuel. He doesn't have tier 2 just yet. I would definitely recommend tier 2. There isn't really any effective way to deal with T-70s otherwise without, any kind of, P4s or even Stugs can deal with T-70s pretty well. The MG squad is getting pretty low, but the Mortar's probably going to get some more kills. It has 14 kills in his vet too. Wow. That's a very cost-effective Mortar team there.
I was going down there from conscripts. I would say Molotov, just like as a guess. If we do see Molotov go down, but no dodge there coming down from Hanla.
Probably going to die to the Molotov.
Yeah, MG's taking.
Oh, gets away in time though.
Managed to survive.
Double packs though, they may be able to catch the T-70 if it runs into the firing arc of those packs. But I don't think Sargasa is going to let him do that. I mean, you have to, slip up pretty hard, especially when like you know the packs are there. He's run to those packs like 3 times, so he knows the packs are there. So I think unless Hanla can actually position those packs somewhere like unconventional, those T-70s probably won't be threatened by those packs.
Yeah, I think he's pretty satisfied with the map control he has at the moment. We do see the combat engineers moving in, maybe to probably to scout the packs and maybe do a bit of damage while they're
there.
there.
The Flamer can roast the mortar and the packs, but not when it's pinned by the base MGs. Never a good move walking into the base MGs. Basically, this T-70 though is going to deny any kind of decapping because if you extend that far, you're away from your AT guns. You can't really win an engagement. He's going to have to retreat.
Be careful with those.
If not, lose the squad.
He does not want to lose the upgraded squad.
Especially as they are getting vet now. That squad only being vet 1, but there are several vet 2 squads on the field, and it's very important as well. And do we have tier 4? Not yet. I wonder whether or not Sargasa is actually in a hurry for tier 4, or whether or not he's just going to save up for his ISU.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting choice there. I mean, he could potentially save it for the ISU. I mean, it's not like we're going to see a anytime soon going to see a P4 or anything out of Hanla, so he does
be surprised. He does have quite a fair bit of fuel.
Yeah, he does. Does he have the tech for it yet?
I think he's only tier 1, so he's only tier 1.
Only tier
but
1
still, I mean, it's probably,
it's
what,
possible.
50 fuel off a P4.
Yeah.
But basically, ISUs would actually be quite a good move there, because ISUs are absolutely fantastic against packs. Like, packs are not good against ISUs. ISUs, they outrange packs. With the focus sight, they pretty much have enough range to be able to fire whilst like not exposing themselves. And just the damage they do, they can not only decrew packs quite easily, but they also actually destroy the weapon itself quite easily. So ISUs are just really good against packs, and it will actually be quite a good move.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Hanla is really focusing on this central point from the looks of things. And these conscripts are getting fired upon by the mortar, but I don't really know if it's going to matter at this point.
Yeah, look at the T-70 position. It's actually behind the tree, so the packs cannot fire unless they really extend themselves. There's good positioning having the T-70, making use of that terrain to avoid the firing guns. The packs are actually moving in. Will they get a shot off? One does hit. Actually, maybe it's only two hits to actually kill the T-70. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it might be two hits on the. That was on a side armor hit as well.
Oh, that's true, yeah. So nice moves there, actually dodging that. The Grenadier squad is trying to land a Faust, but almost getting killed in the process. The pack is moving in. He may lose T-70.
Oh, T-70 is caught a little bit out of position, but it's going to move in and do a fair bit of damage to that pack. Actually, I don't know if
facing
he's
the
gonna
wrong
get the pack
way,
turn
but
in time.
Meanwhile, these conscripts may actually die to these punters. They are there too, though, so perhaps not. The pack probably could have killed it had it been facing the right way, but it looks like the T-70 is going for the kill. The trees are in the way. He can't actually hit the T-70. A bad positioning there by these packs, but this one is trying to set up. Oh, look at that dodging. The T-70 position is just fantastic. It's never getting caught by the pack forward. It's always moving very fast, avoiding their arcs for any kind of extended periods.
We do see the conscripts at the top getting forced off by the Pyos anyway.
Yay! Hanla's having
just two Pyos.
quite a lot of success actually with these Pyos. Even going to have a Vet 2 squad soon. 7 kills on these unupgraded Pyos. You don't see that very often, do you?
Yeah, they're going pretty well, actually, to be honest. Especially against that amount of conscripts. That was a vetted conscript squad over there. So yeah, Hanla's doing a good job of pushing back out now, despite the T-70. He's doing placing those packs to force off the T-70 from that side of the map. So.
Yeah, but look, a double squad of shock troopers and 2 squads of shocks. They wouldn't have any problems at all mopping up all these Grens, AT guns, mortar. The only problem for the shock troopers is probably going to be this Vet 2 MG. It's very hard to deal with because grenades don't really do a lot to Vet 2 MGs. They can sit through a Molotov. They just sit there getting burned. They're just like, dude, I ain't even mad. The Molotov isn't much of a big deal against a Vet 2 squad. They have so much armor.
Hopefully the shocks will be able to move in time. I mean, he does of course have the smoke grenade option available as well, so he will. It is possible to flank that MG, especially if there's not a second one or supporting Gren squads in the area to stop that.
Yeah, I find smokes are a very good panic, where it's just like, oh crap, there's an MG there. Better throw a smoke grenade on myself, and basically then it just sits there behind the smoke, so then the second squad can get the flank. And then, like, by the time, like, the MG refaces, pins the second squad, the first one's already got up and then is there on its way to flank. The smokes are actually very good. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah, I had a fun time with them one game. It's a really cool upgrade that a really cool use of ability that I hadn't really used before. So.
Yeah, whereas if conscripts get caught by MGs, they can't really do anything, because you can't like, out of suppression. Like, all you can do is hit the dirt. That's only if you're a certain doctrine, I guess, so the shock troopers at least. So Hanla is actually pushing back pretty hard, but the problem he has is he basically can't fight anywhere other than around his AT guns. Because if he tries to push up, the T-70 will come in and just destroy anything. So he can only really engage near, the Pack 40s. But the T-70 will actually be quite effective against these grouped up squads. They don't do a lot of splash, but they do enough, but actually driving into them, they could get caught by Faust. A huge blunder there by Sargasa.
Well, Faust does impact them out. Let's see if the packs are refacing. They are. They're going to move in now. That T-70 is in serious trouble.
But the shock troopers are in to intercept it. The shocks can actually destroy that, but will it get caught?
I think it might
barely
go
a
down.
pixel of health left on this pack.
Now
One
behind
more
the trees, though.
It's Vet 2 now, but it looks like he will actually land a Faust. But this Gren squad is very weak and may even die. Keep in mind, Vet 2 T-70s gives it more damage. One shot left, and it's gone.
Oh! Does manage to get the Grens just in time. At the same time, those shock troopers are pushing back the pack.
Look, he retreats. He didn't kill. The T-70 survives 21 kills. This T-70 is winning the game for him. The shock troopers, he even killed it. Look, he must have thrown a nade and actually killed it of some kind. Or maybe it was a mortar that misfired.
You see the conscripts getting caught out of position there. Hopefully doesn't lose that squad to the mortar combined with the MD. But those shock troopers are completely nuts, and they're going straight before the Krens and the Man, how many kills does that mortar team have now?
21, I believe. So almost as many as the T70. And that mortar was, it was so close to getting Vet 3. And the Vet 3 gives it, I think it's like more damage or accuracy. It's some kind of offensive bonus. I think it's just damage or like, or area of effect. So basically a Vet 3 mortar is freaking scary. Like, you've seen how much damage a mortar can do. Remember when you were trying to cap the T34? No, repair the T34?
Oh yeah, trying to repair a T-34 and a 3-bedded mortar squad. Yeah, so one mortar shell kills an entire combat engineer squad, and that happened 3 times. Like,
yeah.
Wow, they're pretty dangerous when they get to that.
They might be more accurate. I'm not sure.
They just shred through squads.
Yeah, I think it's just like damage of some kind. But yeah, it's actually really scary because of now with the latest patch, like how fast they fire, combined with their damage is actually crazy how potent they are. So yeah, I mean, losing the pack though has definitely limited the map control of Hanla because one pack is not enough, especially against a Vet 2 T70. This is going to destroy AT guns.
Yeah, that flank will be completely crazy now.
Look at how much fuel Sargasa has.
Yeah, he actually he's quite a bit ahead of the ISU. Sorry, I'm surprised he hasn't actually got them yet.
Yeah, he pulled that in. With that ISU, he's going to completely mop up Hanla. And what does Hanla have? He has 185 fuel, so he has quite a fair bit, but he has gone the Doctrine that doesn't actually give him any late game tanks. So no tigers or elephants, no way to really hard counter the ISU. He's going to have to perhaps get like panthers or something, but he doesn't really have the fuel for it at this stage. He barely has, at this point, he's really losing the map control here. Once that second pack went down, he can't really contest that.
He has such a huge fuel bonus, even with Sargasa going for that early T70.
Yeah. 380, why isn't he getting the ISU? I'm not sure why he's saving up for it. Also, the thing to keep in mind is Sargasa has like 450 munitions. That's 2 IL-2 bombing strikes if he wanted to, once he gets the 6 CPs.
And we do see the ISU being called in now.
The monster of all tanks. So yeah, it's actually looking really bad here for Hanla. I don't think he really has much going for him at this stage.
Shock troops are moving in. That's a nice little dodge on the Gren squad, only losing 1 member to the shock troops grenade.
The other thing as well is Hanla doesn't even have any like vetted squads. He only has the Vet 2 Grenadier squad. He kept losing them. So he doesn't have any vetted squads. The only vet he really has is like the Mortar, which is Vet 3. But then again, if you actually look at the infantry count of Sargasa, he doesn't have much going for him either. He only really has 2 shocks and a conscript. It's not really a lot.
Yeah, I
so
think he has lost 1, maybe 2 conscript squads actually to being caught out of position by Hanla.
Oh, and Ostwind! Not a good move against an ISU, but he hadn't scouted it just yet. But regardless, the Ostwind is going to shut down the T70 and actually completely destroy the infantry. So actually a good move there. But unfortunately, the ISU has been called in, and that'll clean up for this this Ostwind, no problems at all.
Looks like the MG squad will actually move out of the way. I'm not sure if it probably has been scouted now. The ISU is turning now.
The Viperman can silver strike, but I don't think it actually has enough penetration to really damage the ISU. So the problem as well, this AT gun is not going to be effective against ISUs. ISUs are just so good against AT guns. I'm concerned.
I'm quite concerned for Hanla. I'm not really sure what he's going to do. He's going to have to make sure to keep that Ostwind actually alive and keep it away from the ISU, otherwise it is in serious trouble, especially if we do see an 18A going down. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, because the other thing as well is there isn't enough munitions for Hanla to get Shreks. Like AT guns aren't good. He doesn't really have enough. Oh, he's gonna maybe lose the Ostwind because it has so much range. Another shot will kill this if it actually hits. And the ISU, it can probably fight anywhere around here somewhere. I'm not sure what the green smoke is, to be honest. Oh, actually, nice move there. Smoke bomb, a very nice move by Hanla. It might have even saved the Wevelman from the Ostwind from that last shot, blocking off the line of sight between that and the ISU.
Excellent move there, but that Ostwind is quite low and it's going to be really hard for him to push out. We do see the T70 can cap and decap, of course, nowadays. Vet 2, I think, or is that a Vet 1?
Well, it's Vet 1 ability.
Yeah, Vet 1
Every ability is Vet 1, yeah. Oh, he killed a shock trooper squad. Those Ostwinds. I keep calling... Yeah, Ostwinds, sorry.
It is Ostwind.
I keep like
calling them
Verbal-Vins.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers Panzer Elite from Company Heroes 1, Verbal-Vins, they're similar, but they have like 4 barrels. They're like a quad sort of thing. Basically, the Ostwind actually killed a squad. Ostwinds are just so good against infantry, like especially shock troopers, because they have no way of returning any kind of damage. Like they don't have like the 18As that conscripts do. They don't have a button or anything. A T-34 though on the field, interesting choice there by Sargasa, but I think it actually makes sense because he can ram the Ostwind and then really lock it down.
Yeah, shut it down. I mean, that's going to be, And then once the Ostwind is actually out of the way, the ISU is going to have pretty much free reign. Not that he already did anyway, but
yeah. The T-34s, they're also pretty good against infantry. I mean, not as good as the T-70, but still, it's definitely a shock unit that can force retreats for the threat of it being there. So, we definitely see the infantry lead on Hanla. He has 3 squads of MG42 Grenadiers, and they're very effective. But there's just so much vehicles on the field from Sargasa that Hanla's going to have a hard time actually dealing with this. He may even lose the Vet 2 MG42. You don't want to lose that. That's very important.
He's retreating.
Oh,
Doesn't
no.
go down to the machine gun on the T-34.
Possibly a game-changing moment there. I mean, vetted MGs are so scary because otherwise you can lose them quite easily when there's a lot of armor on the field.
I mean, it's nice that he actually got that call in. I mean, it's going to also protect the T-70. The T-70 was quite vulnerable to the Ostwind as well. We do see the AT turning now. Looks like, oh no,
It's Vet 2, so it's going to be a lot stronger now.
But now we're going to have to see a rephase, and looks like the T-70 will back off in time.
Going behind the fence there, yeah. T-70s, they're just so fast. It's very hard to kill with AT guns. The ISU is firing from afar. And there goes the Vet 2 pack. Man, the smoke bomb's just being too late. It's a nice move though, but not really worth it because ISU's
range.
ISU's going to take ground. Like, if he smoke bombed, you know, if Sargasa was smart, he would just be like, okay, I'm just going to attack ground near your pack. So yeah, losing these vetted squads is so such a game-changing moment here because like in like late game, vet is just so important that when you lose vetted squads, it's a huge deal. So Hanla spending his fuel on a P4. Nice choice there. Can deal with the T-34 and can service with the ISU. Getting a false though, but they are in the Grenadiers are in the arc of this ISU. May lose a lot of Grenadiers if he gets caught by a nice shot.
ISU's being very dangerous against infantry. One of the Grand Squads getting caught
no.
quite low. It looks like the T-70 will actually catch it out, and it does.
There goes the Vet 2 Grenadier squad. Hanla, you are losing so many vetted squads here. That's not good to see.
This year, Austrian coming out to take care of those shock troopers. Shock troopers are just not good against Austrians for some reason.
Look how grouped they are. That's the thing as well. Because Austrians oh, he's going to lose that squad, isn't he? Because
that's going down. It is gone. That shock troop squad is gone.
That's 2 shock troopers gone. Sargasa doesn't have any infantry left. All he has is a conscript, combat engineers, and a Vet 2 Maxim. So basically it's going to be infantry against armor at this stage, but a howitzer. I don't know how I feel about that.
Interesting choice from Hanla. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe he's got some something up his sleeve.
I mean, then again though, howitzers don't cost any fuel. They only cost manpower. Unlike Company Heroes 1, where they actually cost quite a fair bit of fuel.
Yeah, and he definitely already has the infantry advantage still over over Sargasa. So I mean, it's an investment in manpower that you could have spent on infantry. So it's like,
come to think of it, the Panzer Elite Pummels, they didn't cost fuel. But the American and the British howitzers cost fuel. Yeah, because the thing is as well, is like, what else can Hanla spend his manpower on? Infantry AT guns will not work against us, but actually howitzer being very close to wiping that squad out. And that's
it takes it out, and that T-70 is really low as well. Let's see if we get another shot come out. Oh.
The howitzer may be the saving grace here actually for Hanla. If he kills that almost Vet 3 T-70, that's going to be a pretty big blow there. The damage engine will make it very hard to retreat. Actually, I quite like
cool
this.
Faust. Yeah, with that Faust there, he's going to get a lucky shot eventually, and hopefully he's going to kill that T-70.
Oh, T-34 is going to win. It's actually
wow,
very nice. Vet
that's
1
cool.
already. A single barrage is Vet 1. That's very nice. I want to see him kill these tanks. That's going to be beautiful.
That'd be great.
If he
He doesn't actually know what the firing arc is. He's trying to move out of it now, but with those Faust engines, it's going to be a lot
damage
difficult.
engine, but here comes
coming.
The Ostwind will be able to finish off that T-34. The P4 can crawl away, but the ISU is moving in. So a very risky move there, ramming that P4, but I think it'll pay off to be honest. The Vet more score is actually getting very weak.
Yeah, it's good to save it there. I mean, it's really important against the ND capping. Oh, it looks like the T-70 will actually survive.
They both survive, but still, it definitely limited their presence for the meantime. Keep in mind that that Sargasa has gotten the commander that gets the conscript repair. So he can repair those tanks easier, but not without any conscript. He literally has no conscripts on the field, he can't repair. And there goes the T-34, but the ISU is on the way. Actually, the engine is still damaged from the ram, so ISU can destroy that P4, no problems at all. But the Ostwind can actually flank that. He does have he also has enough munitions for a bombing run, so he may be able to do a lot of damage here.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's moving in now. Oh man, that is not a good flank. The ISU is going to take another shot at that Ostwind.
Oh, but blitzkrieging behind it, but he's stuck in front of it. But he has a circle strafe.
But does it have enough damage? Oh, but the ISU moving through that the cover is going to... Oh, he can't get the flank.
He can't get the flank. Yeah, maybe. But the Ostwind doesn't even penetrate. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I don't even think he can do a lot of damage to that ISU. I mean, he might get it out of the way, but I don't know what else he can do at this point. I mean,
But it doesn't even matter because look, there's only 22 VPs left.
I think this
Hanla.
is going to be game anyway. Just on sheer VPs. I mean, the ISU
But
is taking damage.
just kidding, because Osvins are actually dealing with this ISU, but he's running past the main gun, but
Gotta be
actually
careful.
doesn't get the shot here. This is incredibly intense. One shot will maybe even kill this Flak Punter, if not actually crew it, but it now is backpedaled away. It is unflankable. It's actually very nice moves there by
it's good
Sargasa.
moving through those choke points. It's really denying the
But he keeps driving
oh,
in front
no,
of the
man, this
ISU!
guy- Man.
But I think the ISU has a pretty long pre-fire delay, where it
Yeah.
takes a while for it to actually fire. So like it has to kind of aim for a while. So they're very immobile. And actually, the Hull MG actually killed the Vet 3 mortar squad. This Roof MG freaking baller just killed that squad. Good work there. Something you don't see in Company Heroes 1. The Flak Pun's getting Vet 2, might even kill the third.
Oh, those shock trooper squads are not going that well during this game. That Australia really is just shutting them down. They can't cap anything. I mean,
Yeah.
this is actually going pretty well. I mean, for Hanla, he's doing okay. I mean, he's
He's got both of the
sheer amount
VPs
yeah,
back.
with the sheer amount of infantry that infantry lack. I'm sorry, that Sargasa has at the moment. He is able to move that Austrian in and do a fair bit of damage.
Sargasa being very slow on his repairs, only now just finishing the T-34. But yeah, for the meantime, Hanla has the VPs ticking, so he isn't actually losing anything, but he's driving in front of Blitzkrieg, will flank it though.
The Blitzkrieg go down.
The Flak Puns did hit Vet 2, so he did actually survive, or might have died otherwise had it not gone Vet 2 for the increased armor. The T-34 is on the field now, the T-34 can ram that, and if it's rammed, it's a dead tank, but he has to stay in the minimum range, but the P4 is on the flank. He may actually catch that.
He's
moving behind. The ISU is too slow. He can't get the
awesome,
finishing
Micro.
shot. The P4 is too close. T-34 cannot ram. When it is that close, it has a minimum range. Look at the T-34 is trying to backpedal away to get the ram. But the P4 will crush
the
it.
people is going to take it down, and the Austrian's moving as well to do damage to that. Oh man, this tank micro is
That's
nuts.
a dead P4.
Hanla, you're awesome!
You're a baller. The ISU is facing the wrong way. He can't find
It's
this.
caught out of position. That P4 is going to do
the
damage. That
flank here.
P4 can get the penetration.
The T7 is repaired, but can help probably not. But he does actually have the bombing run. He can use that to support him. He has a bombing run because otherwise that ISU is a dead tank. One shot and it's gone.
No.
The bombing run is landing there. Will it actually connect or will he dodge it? The bombing run is coming and he misses the P4. The P4 will survive and probably chase it down. The T7 is on the way with the Vet 2. It is very effective, but will it actually be able to take care of this P4? We'll have to see. Blocking it off. He's running in front of it. He cannot move the P4 forward with the T7. He's blocking it off.
Gets
A
an
very
engine
nice
shot,
move
though,
there.
onto the
Very unlucky actually losing that with the Vet 3. It is very very strong, but the Vet 2, it's a
going down on
battle
the
of
Vet
Vet
4.
See here, the ISU needs to fire up, but it's facing the wrong way. It needs to return the fire and actually
He's
damage
turning
his P4.
now.
It's vulnerable, it's exposed. Can the ISU finish this off? But the
Oh, he's
P4
going to
takes
move out
it
of
down.
position. Oh no, but the ISU is starting to fire. It looks like he gets one shot off. He may actually get the second shot off. The Blitzkrieg does go down.
Oh, we get the last one. The bunkers are in the way. He can't flank it because of the bunkers. Bad positioning there, missing it because of the bunker. We'll have to see how it
Gonna
goes.
get the flank down. He's moving to the side now. The ISU, I don't know if he's got the turn race, but the ISU is moving now. Oh, the Blitzkrieg is moving back and forth. He may actually get the ISU. The ISU is super low.
The bunkers will be the saving grace.
Oh no, but it took another ISU shot, man.
One
That
more and it's
P4
a dead
is
tank.
super low.
He wants the repair. He's desperately repairing this. The shot troopers have no
Oh, the
stickies.
people stop.
Oh, it's got pushed to back
People
to
goes
P4.
down. No.
The ISU bouncing the last two shots. There goes the smoke bombs. I think he was trying to flank it. A good
Yeah.
move there by Hanla, but alas, not in time. The pack may even finish it off though, but the smoke bombs is in the way. Oh, one shot, he's hitting it. The repairs did barely keep it alive. That's almost a dead pack.
Oh, he's running the pack back
Oh
though.
man, that was intense. The shocks will probably finish off the Vet 2 pack. You don't want to lose vetted packs. They are very nice there, but it's so weak. Because remember, if one member was left, the pack will die. So that was so close to losing to the shocks.
Oh wow, Sargasa is still going for these shock troops. I mean, he's got another squad. I think that's a really interesting
Oh, the
choice.
howitzer raining fire from
I've
afar.
forgotten about the howitzer.
Almost killed the shock troopers.
It almost has range to hit that ISU.
Yeah,
but
I
not
don't think
quite,
so.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't, which is actually a bit of a shame there for Hanla because he could definitely take that out if he was in range. It is Vet 2 with 15 kills, so the howitzer has definitely paid off thus far.
Yeah, excellent choice from Hanla. This is really awesome.
This is pretty intense here. So we have 2 shocks, 2 engineers, ISU, and T-34 on the way. So a very interesting arm composition by Sargasa, having no conscripts. He has no 18-8s. I don't like that. I don't like having no 18-8s. The Osvind It's going to
just
destroy
taking
the
down
shock
Shock
troopers.
Troopers have to run away. They can't take that Austrian. They can't do anything. They have no AT.
25 kills on Austin. I think this Austrian was actually the saving grace here for Hanla, which completely surprised me. I thought the Austrian was going to be a huge blunder because of basically the ISU and the T-34 on the field at the same time, but alas, this Austrian is really holding the lines.
And Hanla is doing quite well on fuel. He does have 215 now, and if we see another P4 come out, I'd like to see that ISU go down, to be honest. That was a really exciting little engagement before.
Yeah, he might actually get double ISUs, and that's actually quite effective because then you can't flank both. Those shock troopers are getting decimated though by... Actually, that was a 3-man squad. They only lost one. But actually, yeah, he's got all 3 VPs. He's got most of the map. He's getting a bunker, so he's actually looking really good. He's like, oh, he's gonna ram the Austrian!
He's gonna go down.
And
doesn't get the ram in.
That's in range.
Right near the ISU. He's gonna lose that Austrian.
Yeah, it looks dead to me. That's actually a pretty big deal, because that's a Vet 2 Austrian, almost being Vet 3. Have you ever seen a Vet 3 Austrian?
I've never seen a Vet 3 Austrian.
That destroys. It absolutely melts because of how much splash it does. He will smoke bomb it though, so he's gonna try and keep it alive. But you can't smoke bomb against ISUs. They can just attack ground. Yeah, I think it's just wasting munitions at this stage. Basically, that Austrian's dead. That's actually a huge blow.
He's got nothing in the area to save it, but he does have the P4 moving in. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. That where he's maybe gonna take out the
taking the T-34 perhaps.
Yeah, that's doing
a
wow,
good move there.
Doing
oh, but actually,
well. Hang on.
the ISU went for the P4.
Engine.
And he went for the... No, it's only crew shock.
Oh, okay.
It's like a temporary stun.
Oh, yeah, I remember the ability.
Yeah, so he's trying to repair the T-34, but I don't think he's going to repair against the P4. He probably will kill the T-34 in the process, but alas, losing that Austrian is a pretty big deal given its vet. The Grenadiers are actually going to probably take out the shocks. Normally, shocks...
That vet 2 should be okay.
Yeah, normally they melt for Grenadiers, but because it is vet 2 with the MG, probably not. He has to pay attention. He doesn't want to lose that shock squad there. The T-34 does go down, but so does the Austrian. Yeah, I saw that coming. Actually, not even going to retreat. Oh, a nice nade there, actually. Killed coup member. So it's not over just yet. The Monarch is still there. Sargasa can recruit that if he wants to. Is that your phone?
It is my phone.
Oh, God!
I apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, when you see, both retreated, which is a good move on both sides. I mean, you really don't want to lose the shocks. It really could have gone either way.
It's actually
an
interesting matchup because basically, Howitzer trying to get the kill. Both shock troopers and Grenadiers are so good. Oh, he killed his tier 3. Tier 2, sorry.
Tier 2, yeah.
He's tier 3. That's actually a nice move. This is basically bombarding the base, trying to get some lucky kills as they are reinforcing. I think Hanla must have positioned this howitzer so it could actually, it could almost reach the HQ.
Yeah, so
it's enough so you can kill the collateral damage. But the ISU is actually very close to being Vet 2, and when that's Vet 2, that'll two-shot tanks. That will kill any tank in 2 shots. That's scary. That's actually terrifying.
That is super scary.
Given their range.
Yeah, the ISU is moving in now.
Yeah, I think Sargasa actually needs more conscripts because he can't.
He really needs the infantry advantage here. I mean, he just can't deal with the amount of the troops that Hanla actually has on the field with the Grens, and he also has a squad of Panzer Grens there. I mean, and he's got too many shocks. I mean, he does have still those 2 units of shocks, but I don't know, they just don't seem to be that effective, especially if we do see another Austrian maybe from Hanla.
That being said, now the Austrian has actually gone down, the shocks will be a lot more effective than they have been previously. So that might make them a heroic return. But the problem is because of that Austrian, these shock troopers have no vet. No vet on these shock troopers, where these Grenadiers are vetting out of control here. I've lost the... Oh, there we go. Yeah, so a lot of vet on these German infantry, and vet is ultimately the deciding factor in these infantry battles here. The VPs are getting quite low. We have Hanla only on 21, while Sargasa is going low himself on 144. Yeah. So Hanla has to be careful. If he lets Sargasa hold these VPs, he could lose the game pretty fast. But actually, how is it getting a squad kill on these combat engineers?
That howitzer is really paying off. I mean,
it's almost Vet 3.
It's almost Vet 3. It's going really well. It's got 25 kills so far. It's been just so effective at stopping decaps and stuff. Sargasa, wow! Pyres are out of that. Pyres are out of that.
And there goes the conscripts to probably get the kill and cap the VP back. And look at that bunker. That bunker probably kept him in the game. Hanla may have lost the game right then and there had the shocks got the cap on that VP.
Yeah, gotta be careful when you're voting
he's got that VP. He's got that. So he's actually ticking VPs. He has to decap this fast, else he will lose the game. The howitzer may even kill his own Gren squad, though. He has to be careful. He actually got the squad wipe as well. This is crazy.
That ISU really has to move in now and stop the those friends from decapping. Looks like we do have these shocks coming in, however, though. If the shocks can get there in time, no, it doesn't look like the rule. The decap doesn't go down, but the ISU is gonna moves the friends behind cover. So.
Very nice move there. It's now out of the range of the ISU, but will the shocks actually win this? They are in close range, but there are MGs.
Upgrade going down there.
The shocks can nade and
at that kind of range, I think.
Look how gripped they are.
Yeah,
one nade will destroy the squad.
Yeah, they're really in trouble.
But Hanla can't afford to retreat. He cannot move away because he will lose the point and probably the game. But actually, he's capping his north point, and the people will come in to deal with this T-34. Not looking good here for Sargasa, but he will get his VP at the very least. The howitzer may fire though. Look, he's firing again. Oh, golly, gosh, that howitzer.
The howitzer was doing a great job, but just the P4 moving in now.
And that will absolutely destroy T-34. I don't like how many T-34s
I think he's trying to get into ram range, maybe.
Yeah, look, he's trying to ram it. It's actually quite nice micro by Hanla. He really was very aggressive with P4. He wanted to get in close, so he couldn't ram. The Blitzkrieg will definitely seal the deal there and catch it on retreat. Yeah, he's gonna ram it though, maybe.
Oh, the ram goes in just in time.
The deep snow almost lost it, but actually
lost the main gun as well. So it looks like the ISU is gonna turn around and take it.
Oh man, it's gonna hit vet 2. That Panzer will give it vet 2.
Dead.
One more shot, it's gonna get vet 2. But actually, the VPs are ticking. It's gonna be a bit of a race here for VPs, but a second bunker from Hanla will secure this VP. It's gonna be very hard for Sargasa to push back. But given the fact that he does have the ISU, he can destroy these bunkers, no problems at all. As long as he is actually in the firing of the people, he's on the way to flank it though.
Before he's moving in, he does get scouted by the shock, so we'll see if the ISU does in fact turn around. The ISU is turning now, but I don't know if it's going to have time to get a shot off, and it gets
flanked. Was that a mine?
What?
It drove over a mine! Oh, fantastic play there.
Hanla is moving the ISU off, and looks like that P4 is going to take that P4 is in serious trouble from that ISU. He's going to back it off right now, but
not only, nice MD timing, not only will he lose the P4, he's also going to give the ISU vet 2 from that mine. Mines are so crucial. There goes the vet 2. That ISU is going to be machine. The MG's pinning the shocks. There goes the capture. No capping on those pinned squads, but still, they're actually 1.5 point. The VPs aren't ticking for anyone at the moment. This is intense. Who's going to take this game?
Man, I think Hanla may actually lose this on VPs. He's got to be so careful, and that P4 doesn't go down. Doesn't actually get behind the building in time. Not that it mattered with the sheer movement.
Ooh, nice bombing run there by Sargasa. There goes the bunker. Now he can start capping the point, but this Swinswell will get caught. He knew it was there. A bit of a bad move then walking there. The bunker he knew was there. Look, I think Sargasa can win the game in the long run. There's vet 2, IS2. ISU is a machine. This can win a game, but
easily.
Hanla has the infantry, has the vet, he has the mobility.
He can win by VPs. That top VP.
Yeah, look, I think Hanla can win by VPs, but Sargasa can win by sheer brute. So I think it's going to be a bit of a race. Can Hanla take Sargasa out of the game?
Does he have any units? Oh, he's starting to. Oh, he has decapped
Sargasa?
that. Yeah, I was gonna. No,
really.
Hanla. I mean, he's managed to decap the that central VP just in time. I mean, he's really ticking on points.
3 seconds left, 200 munitions. He's going to kill that bunker, and with that bunker gone, he's probably going to push this VP, and that may actually be a problem here for Hanla. He's going to probably have to howitzer at that point. There isn't really enough infantry. Panzer Grenadiers actually will deal with from the squads. Nice move there, getting this Panzer Grenadiers. And there goes the bombing going to take out that bunker. But there is both the VPs restored, and that bunker is a dead bunker now.
Yeah, here we go. Well, the Panzer Grens moving up though. They may actually force off the very, very few infantry that Sargasa actually has. I mean, if he loses a squad, he's in serious trouble.
But the T-34 is on the way, and that can force the retreat for the people if the conscripts stay alive. He has to keep these conscripts alive. He can't get them retreated, otherwise he will lose the VP. It's getting very intense here. The shock troopers are on their way, but I think the howitzer is basically going to... Oh, he's actually firing... Who's he firing? There he goes, T-34, but I think he's going to try and force the retreat of the conscripts, and then he can't cap the point. Yeah. Oh, bundle nade will get the squad wipe, and there goes the conscripts. They cannot cap the point.
But I think they lost. He lost his. Oh no, the Panzers. These two members alive. Yeah, just the light moved to one of the other squads. This is.
It's a desperate battle for VPs here. 2 T-34, but he may actually lose the conscript. Panzer Grenadier squad. You don't want to lose the squad, buddy. Any squad you have is so important, especially with the
retreat actually go down.
But here comes the P4. He's desperate. He wants to cap the point. He wants that point badly. He will try and retreat that, run to the point. I mean, but now the P4 will show up.
He can't get the ram. He can't get the ram. He's behind cover on that point, and it looks like he's finally going to move in those packs.
The packs are moving to try and get the squad, but not a good move there. The ISU completely decimated the packs, especially with the vet 2 on the ISU. The shocks have the point. The VPs are ticking for Hanla. He might lose the game.
9 points left. He's gonna. Oh, brilliant! The one remaining member of that Panzer the Green squad is going to decap it.
That was a very ballsy move there by Hanla. He didn't retreat the squad. He knew, I have to take the VPs. There's a high probability this Panzer Grenadier squad, it may die to the T-34. It dodged like 4 shots.
Yeah, we just see the P4 has in fact gone down now. What have we just got coming out of the base of
It's a 1934.
I
don't like it. I think T-70s would be
I'm
better.
not too sure.
T-70s
with the P4s.
T-70s better against infantry. I think they have a less vet requirement, so they can cap faster than P4.
It's gonna see if he can get in there in time. Let's see. I don't think the micros. No, he does get within range.
He's gonna lose another T-34 to the P4. They're just not good against the P4s. What do you
really not.
expect?
Hopefully, don't get that ram down. I mean, he's got to avoid that ram. See the blitz.
Oh no, the ram!
He got
he
range.
Gets the ram.
He got in range.
Nice
now
micro
the ISU
there.
Can just clean up.
Oh, I don't think it will though. It's too far away. He might just try and kill it with another T-34. He's probably going to build another T-34 pad. He's pretty low on fuel though. The howitzer is almost killing a squad. Look, I think...
He's just got 3 shock squads now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of shots. He has a lot.
And with that howitzer, it's going to be really hard to decap the middle.
I honestly don't know where this is going. I think this howitzer may be the saving grace because of a lucky squad wipe or so. The VPs are so low for Hanla. 6 VPs.
Yeah, but if he uses all those 3 shock troops to just push into 1 VP, and he can just hold it for like, what? That's probably going to be less than 30 seconds.
Oh,
maybe.
Easy,
yeah,
easy.
Yeah.
Because there's no bunkers.
Points.
The bunkers are down. So now Hanla can he can get taken out very easily if he actually lets the squads cap the shock troops into the north point. But at the same time, he may lose this. The shocks actually dodge the nade, and the Gren's actually not being caught by the shocks. Who will win this?
White group looks like I don't know.
The Gren's have the vet.
Down.
They have the vet, but they don't have the PPSH. This may actually determine the game.
Oh
the
no!
Grens are retreating. That may seal the deal there for Hanla. There goes his capping power. He needs to get this point back, but no. There goes the 2 VPs.
I don't know what.
And that's all he
we
needs.
have the howitzer there.
Is on cooldown. He can't take it out with a howitzer shot. Hanla, buddy. This is vicious. This is vicious. What can he do? He's got the 2 VPs. 6 VPs are left.
He's going to get that center point is capped. Okay, it's ticking now for Hanla. If he doesn't get a point back right now, he's in serious trouble.
The Panzer Gren squads will probably
Not
win,
in time.
but they can't.
Not in
they
time.
can't decap with the shock troops.
3 points remaining. Hanla is going to go out of this game.
He's desperate, but this is game for Hanla. 2 VPs are left. The Panzer Grenadier will not be able to decap in time with the shocks there. 1 VP.
Seriously unfortunate there for Hanla not actually managing it despite some brilliant plays and like interesting unit choices.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was a fantastic game.
Just that battle between the ISU and the P4s, that would have easily determined the game. Like the P4, it didn't penetrate. Was it twice or 3 times in a row?
Yeah.
And therefore the P4 could basically decimate in these bunkers. These bunkers were the saving grace for the ISU. The P4 could not flank because the bunkers were in the way. They were physically blocking.
Completely
I think
denied it.
may have even soaked a shell from the P4.
I think it did, yeah.
Yeah, and that may give the ISU those bunkers. Oh, they definitely saved it there.
Is it really good moving the ISU right in behind those bunkers so it couldn't get flanked?
Yeah, there was nowhere to flank it, and you need to flank the ISUs. And basically, like with like the other thing as well is remember that the P4 when it drove over the road, hit the mine,
mines.
and then died. Then that P4 it may have actually killed the ISU. It would have probably taken a while.
Such a close game, and I mean, all the rams of those the rams were absolutely completely nuts by Sargasa and really kept him in this. He was able to mop up a lot of the P4s simply by ramming, getting the ram down.
That was an intense game. That was intense.
Absolutely
Buddy,
fantastic.
That game, holy shit.
Fantastic.
That howitzer, that ISU, that Ostwind, that T-70. Those are some heroic units that easily tipped the game in their favor because of them. I mean, that howitzer, like, I mean, look, 36 kills. He almost killed the tanks. 2 buildings destroyed. Yeah, he killed his his vet. Oh no, like, he killed his tier 3.
Yeah,
so there were no more
T-34s
T-34s coming. So that was an incredibly close game. That was intense. Anyway, so we have been the shoutcasting gentlemen. I am Energy Machine.
And I'm Mark Hawk.
I hope you have enjoyed us. Be sure to subscribe for more Company Heroes 2 and more cool stuff like that. Fare thee well now.